behind these wars are young people that I feel indebted to.
TOP FM.
Be like you positively.
Amen. Thank you, sir. It's
Thank
possible.
you too.
You can go more than me.
And I wish to do so.
Yeah.
I strongly believe I'm living because of them. My culture as a crime man introduced me to violence even when there was no war. I was trained to be a traditional priest, and as a warring tribe, the end result of all of those training was just about the act of war. So when the war came, as a priest to the tribe, I came to protect the president at the time. My interaction was so daily that I don't want to think about it. I don't want to remember it. When I realized, when the Lord arrested me and I got convicted, and I realized how bad the devil used me, I regretted, and I surrendered to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that investigated the acts of wars and all those different things. And my victim was incredibly horrible, incredibly horrible. And because of the truth that I told, they recommended amnesty for me. What I chose was going after those young people that I encouraged to fight. So since 2007, this has been my life. Going in the ghetto, picking them from the ghetto, detoxing them, bringing them in the home, giving them different kinds of trainings, from computer to agriculture to construction over these years. And I think it is my way of saying sorry to my nation. And that's why I'm doing everything to discourage anything called violence, because I was programmed to violence. And so I call my project Joining Against Violence. I pray that God will give me the strength to discourage violence for the rest of my life, from small violence, domestic violence, from conscious and unconscious violence. Most of the domestic violence sometimes is unconscious. There was no better parenting for the parent who now, have abusing his children in different way. There are some parents even giving their children market to hawk on the road. That's a form of violations or violence against the children. From that to the highest violence of putting children or forcing someone on drugs, forcing someone to prostitution, and what have you. So I have focused my entire life on discouraging violence. And I want to tell other nations who have not gone deep in the experience, like the experience we have gotten as a labyrinth. I want you to know the act of violence, war, is just an opportunity or a platform for destroying your future, because the real victims of the war are the children, who will never have the opportunity to live a normal life except unconscious actions by the actors, like people like us who knew what we did to take our nation to what it is. And then we want to understand. We understand this, and then we can take positive steps to bring the nation to what it ought to be.
we dare anybody to try it. He told us to fill our gap. We dare anybody to try it. He told us if he was crucified yesterday because of what he said, and we had not also crucified the government when the time came. We're telling them, Phoebe administration should not call for students to come to Phoebe Hospital. It's unacceptable. They are not licensed. They are not qualified. We cannot put the life of our people in danger. We will not allow it. You have time to act now. From now to this one, Wednesday. We have Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My people, let me say this to you. When this issue is not addressed between now and Sunday, nobody should kind of work at PB Hospital. We are starting with Phoebe Hospital. We get them between now and next week. Before Friday, when Phoebe issue is not settled, we will enter CB Doma. We will shut it down also. Because injury to one, injury to one. And when we get to CB Doma, we not also settle, we call the whole back down the whole entire Bon County, I call it health facility. And when he not work also, we will call down nationwide strike action at the health sector. This is from the National Health Workers Union of Liberia, which I represent as Reverend Simeon A. Morris, Vice President for Operation. Thank you. To fill our gap, we dare anybody to try it. He told us if he was crucified yesterday because of what he said, and we had not also crucified the government when the time came. We're telling them, Phoebe administration should not call for students to come to Phoebe Hospital. It's unacceptable. They are not licensed. They are not qualified. We cannot put the life of our people in danger. We will not allow it. You have time to act now. From now to this one, Wednesday. We have Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My people, let me say this to you. When this issue is not addressed between now and Sunday, nobody should kind of work at PB Hospital. We are starting with Phoebe Hospital. We get them between now and next week. Before Friday, when Phoebe issue is not settled, we will enter CB Doma. We will shut it down also. Because injury to one, injury to one. And when we get to CB Doma, we not also settle, we call the whole back down the whole entire Bon County, I call it health facility. And when he not work also, we will call down nationwide strike action at the health sector. This is from the National Health Workers Union of Liberia, which I represent as Reverend Simeon A. Morris, Vice President for Operation. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And how they can call that thing? When chicken say Kokolio. Yeah, day has broken. How are you? How are you, James?
I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Okay. Yesterday, through your bosses in the newsroom, we instructed that you go to Solomba Bolo to give us firsthand about the situation there. Probably whether the Guineans have left, they've gone back across the water to their side of the place. Did you go there and what did you see?
Yeah, yesterday I arrived there at about 5:16 p.m. and I first interacted with some of the securities on ground. Though they talked to me off camera, but some of the security officers confirmed to me that yes, the guys have stayed there, and citizens are also able to talk to told me that yes, indeed, the soldiers are still on our side. Even the township commissioner there, I was able to interact with him. So as of yesterday, of 5:16, I left from there. The guys were there. Unless otherwise, in my absence, that they left.
So the Guinean soldiers are still on our side of the border.
Yes, they are.
Now,
yes,
how is it difficult? So it means that the Liberian security are now allowing civilians to go and see the Guinean soldier right there. That place where nobody can go see there, right?
No. Up to now, citizens are not allowed to go there.
But at least the other side is people doing the normal thing. They put on the fine, blah blah blah. Because I mean, as a matter of fact, it's becoming normal now. So
yeah, it has become normal since too many calls have been made and other efforts applied by the government seem not to be working. I think citizens around there have just decided to let it go and continue their normal activities.
What are some of the things that the citizens were telling you? Some of the people you interacted with, what are some of the things they were telling you?
They are still hopeful. They believe that the government will still continue the diplomatic engagement. But if nothing like that seems to be working, they are cool and they're going to just live by it.
The government agency, there's been a lot of good work that have been done, but again, it looks like it's something that has already been entrenched, that it's a syndicate that we need to break, that the drug epidemic is a national emergency that we have to deal with. And so it would be nice for the cabinet to take a firm position after the discussion to re-emphasize our sword drawn against drug traffickers or whatever it is. And so today we are happy that we're going to deal strictly with drug and substance abuse. And so the Director General of the Cabinet will not take over. I don't think it's going to be too long, but at least it's an issue that we have to deal with effectively. Thank you.
Why is it looking like this? There you go. Ellis, how you doing?
I'm okay, Mr. Ryan already.
Good, good.
How was that day?
Busy, getting ready for the holiday. Well, I gotta be here.
Okay.
We got a program on this evening. Waiting for Claudia to come in the studio. But in the meantime, you can take calls. I'll wait for Claudia to come in.
Okay.
All right.
Top FM 105.3, we on the air. Leader, shout, check Bukoroma. My man ready. Archie right. Play. Alex Bill. Rock. Producer correct. All tonight, we beg to this day. I beg to differ, my people. If it's not correct, we go talk them so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we think.
Yes, so force and of course that says here this evening on top 105.3. Whatever you listening from, what's joining us from, let's say good evening to you and welcome here to top 105.3 and the program I bet today for. My name is Alexander Doe. I'm there with you this wonderful time. I'm going to be here with you till tomorrow morning. So whatever you're doing, however the case is going to be like, I like to say keep glued to your radio and let's keep doing this together. If you are in the room lying down and listening to all this wonderful time, what I want you to do for me is just increase the radio volume a bit so that the next person closer to you in the next room can also follow us here on the show. Yeah, if you are watching us online, just help us share the live so that other people can be able to join us here this wonderful time. Yeah, so while we are waiting our panelists to join us on the show, with no time to waste, good that we hear from you this wonderful evening. What is it on your mind that you want to talk about? You can put in your calls and let's hear from you here this evening. 0776 105 105 881 143504 0776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers of put it through. Let's hear from you.
If it's not correct, we got to come so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palava, no fear inside. Look for stuff, we not go high. But Mr. Jungle, bring that sense. Ready, extra spit on us, I must write it up and play. Anthony W. Guys, we make this thing fair. Claudia Smith.
0776 105 105 881 143504 0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear from you this wonderful time. What is it on your mind that you want to talk about this wonderful evening? Please call in on 0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear from you here on top 105.3. Call on 0776 105 105 881 143504. 0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear from you. What is it this evening that you want to talk about? Put in your calls and let's hear from you.
I beg to differ my people. If you're not correct, we go talk am so. From 9 o'clock to 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside. True talk, we not go high. Call Mr. Josh Nubo, bring that sense.
All right, Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, so let me hold the music quickly.
Yeah, let's start some conversation. Hi, Zulu Whiskey today.
Yes, radio is okay. We are doing great.
Weather, everything fine?
Yeah, the weather is okay.
Because I see the CDCNN, they show you the wet spot in that town. And they say, oh, your road is Zopenu say clean, it's nice. You can wear white clothes to walk on it. Now, even black clothes, I can't even make it. Because more for all of you.
The road is okay. The road is okay. Just there are some part of the road that have that problem, but cars are still coming in. Yeah, but you know they are politicians, so they are politicians, so they always go for the bad one and then leave the other one.
Let me check if you lie, Alex. I can look at me and say, wait now. But ain't that the same people in the condition 3 years ago? I'm not going to reject it. Just give me the country.
I'm telling you.
No, the thing is, I'm watching the video. The people were something not correct with it. Something not correct with the people. I mean, trucks upon trucks were stuck in the gutter on a road. Now, because you got a little more back on the road, you're going to compare it to.
and that's the only part of the road they can show. Maybe have the video recording with the rest of the other area, and then they can show it.
Yeah. I mean, you see the but even some getting said, Zopenu by you finish. Zopenu you finish.
And this is why they met to in publish. I think about 45% listing that he helps sense and he become representative and senator for Greenville County. I always saw the list.
Yeah, no, I didn't see the list, but I saw the interview he did with all the other press guys.
I get.
Where he said, besides Joe, he's the owner one I employed. So let's talk about it. Did you see the list?
I saw the list. We have. Yeah, I saw that particular listing.
All right, talk to her about the list, Alex. I don't want to know who on the list. How many people on the list? And what kind of job placement are they in? I think that would make sense.
Yeah, the list posted by Romeo. We have about 45% being placed on that list.
Can you
from
put a screenshot of list so we can look it up?
Yeah, let me see because oh my God, let me see what I can do.
Because so when how my papa did the afternoon. My papa Marshall Dennis. You know,
and he's the only crime man that have glass house. It'll be the first with big glass house.
So penal. LA's I can tell you. I don't know Zopenu. I never met Zopenu. I only heard about his brother. But in my learning, in my experience, there are certain things that you do that connect you with the people. And Zoe has done it consistently. And that's why it's going to be difficult to win Zoe. Yeah, I keep telling people. I tell your own step podium, I'm telling you here tonight, I beg the people. Y'all got to watch Zopenu. You don't want to defeat him. They say if you want to win, you want to defeat the best. Understand the best, the strategy the best is using. Zoe Penal's strategy is very simple. Zoe connects with the people where it matters. Don't come with the big talk. It's not going to work. Grangida Kante is not Monserrado. You're not talking to university educated students or people who have wealth of experience, understanding between the lines of politics and politics. That is not in your constituent. You cannot go to Jaudi, what you call that place, and go talk about policies. You be talking on top of people's head. So Zoe don't do that. Zoe doesn't do that. So go answer people and say, my man, you got your child here of the Bendo school? It's like I got 2 children. I can pay the school fee. Oh, okay. I will send somebody there tomorrow so they can know how much you need for your child school fee, and we'll pay. And Zoe goes ahead and pay. Zoe come and ask the people. I haven't been a long time. What y'all want me to do? The people who need money, so go there and take $1 million and put it on TV, on video, and start dividing to the people. The people happy. All right, I see you got a list up there, Alex.
I don't know whether you can see the full list. Is okay?
Yeah, I think let me. You will have to put me down. So the full list can show. All right, there you go. All right, so what is up that I'm not seeing it? Can you bring it down a little bit? The first word I can see it. All right, so according to no. Okay, Zwedru Grangida County. I mean, you're going up and down. I can see the thing correctly.
Yeah, that's it. From Zwedru Grangida County, Senator Zoe Manuel Penal has publicly released names of 45 individuals he says benefit from his job recommendations and implore interventions over the years, pushing back against critics whose claim he has done little for the county.
Yeah, and then we see we got government institution, including
according
MPA.
to Senator Zoe Manuel Penal. According to Senator,
and then we see government institution, including MPA,
LPRC. We have LLA, Ministry of Agriculture. Various names have been listed. Those that were there, like other people are passed because some of them he helped them, but some of them are not still working. Yeah, so I think one other guy complained and say, ask for more to me. So you have Jerome Cooley, who was the 16 manager. Yeah, if you go on top page, because we posted a video from him and Romeo dropped the list in the comment section. So the guy came and said, Romeo, ask for more to my name because I'm not currently working there.
Oh man.
So we got Jerome Cooley, a 16 manager, Buchanan Port, NATO Life, former a 16 minister, internal affairs, Dent.
Okay. Hold on, Alex. Hold on. Neto Lai is the current. So I see what he's doing. He's not looking at the current list. He's looking at the current list. Oh, okay.
Yeah, both past and present.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
And then you have Eric CK City, a junior manager, LPRC Dent. You have Che Jala, Nashville, Maryland, Ruford Doku, cooperated with him, accounting or auditor, LPRC, Matthew S.G. LPRC Ase Judoka MPA UT Dewe Nashcrop Nelson Young Nashcrop Lawrence Bank City Nashcrop Larry Pennell Nashcrop. I have Edward J. Banco Nashcrop Stephen Sibad Boakwa Kra.
Jiba.
Okay, Jiba Yana. Let me see what I can put somewhere go. Okay. Yes, Stephen Jiba Bokwe Kra. Financial Fana Ministry, Fana Ministry NPAN Star Bear as HR. And then you have Honorable Dixon D. Nippy, a 16 Director, Senate Secretary Department. Have Romeo S. Cameo. NLA currently still within. You also have Cherry Peno, LRA, Karika Laido, NPA Rense Dewey, Nashcrop, Legend Diam, Nashcrop, Paul Weston, Nashcrop. You also have Loyon Neofade, LRB Energy, who is currently at the PRO here in Nigeria. And you have Honorable J. Zico, Aqua Life.
Okay, hold on. So is my brother Yonio no longer a journalist? A journalist?
Well, he's a journalist. But in Seven House, the PR also, like Claudius, freelancer, so that's how law is.
Oh. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. I just want to clarify. Go ahead, sir.
And then we have Odimi Jimmy.
Yeah. Odimio.
NLA. Odimio Jimmy NLA. Harrison Gay Senior. LPRC. I wrote down. We have Atos C. Wadoji, Web Planers Mission. We have Habimina T. Wright.
No, hold on. That is my daughter right there. How do mean until we know right?
Okay.
I mean, I gotta deep into it because I know she is a UPS. And she been on it for years. So I gotta do my homework on this.
Okay.
Go ahead, Alex.
All right, so we continue with the lays.
Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, 29 on the lays we got Ivom G. Kwatu NPA. Othello Today NPA, Helen Do NPA, M Todian Nashcrop, Ofi Wifi Quato Seniors Nashcrop. By listing, we have Zagba Wright, Addiction, Hunter Son, Liberia, Tariff Management. That's traffic management, sorry. Augustine City, Liberia Traffic Management, Aaron Euro. I don't know if it's Nico. And then we have Edwin K. Zibi, Ministry of Agriculture, Sunday Board Jerome, LLA, LAA, Honorable Sondesco Yansoa Clark, Lacra, 43 we have Tote Bao, MFDP, Bobby City, MOL. 45 on the list, Eric Glay, LTM. So these are the 45 Nigerians according to the senator that help to get job.
That is an exhaustive list. And without even digging deeper, I gotta be grateful. I saw my own daughter name on that list. I didn't mean truly no right. I'm gonna reach out and find out. Because like I said, I know she's been there for a very long time. And if she got there through, let me. All right. If she got there through, Honorable Zoe Pennell, then I want to extend my heartfelt, appreciation to the gentleman. Okay. Like I said, Tuna been on it for a very long time, long time. And she's doing quite well, at the place. But here's what I noticed, Alex. I think Zoe been very strategic. In the sense that he didn't go. You see, most of the people that they are not in ministries. I think a very few. And it seems like there's a reason why he did that. The ministry is always pressed with budget, right? The ministry had to get allocation from the national budget. But LPRC, NPA, and all the other state-owned enterprises, they generate their own budget. So they are able to maintain their workforce. And I think that's why I went into Zoe thinking. Just looking at the people, the amount of people that are within the SOEs, the state-owned enterprises, and very few of them, probably 5 at the ministries, labor and I think finance and what have you. But the bulk of them are with the SOEs. And whether it is past or present, you got to still love it. 45. And to the gentleman who says perform on there, yeah, I can understand that. You want to make sure the list is updated, but don't do it in a way where you're trying to say, well, I was here, but I'm not there anymore. No, be appreciative. Even if you're not there currently, but the fact that the brother got you there. And these are strategic areas. They pay good. I mean, I don't know how much you pay there, but these are SOEs, and they pay much better than the ministries. And NASCAR, where he sits, we get a lot of the people, NASCAR and NPA. That's why you got a lot of the people. And you gotta be grateful to the brother. You got to thank him. No policy, I can tell you that. We'll always argue. No policy triumph. Oh, sorry. All policy are geared towards job creation. If your policies are not creating jobs, they don't worth the paper they were writing on. I tell people America will go to war today if you mess with the economy. Because when Americans are complaining about jobs, unemployment, when our unemployment rates are increasing, that's trouble. They're going to find whoever is in the way, and they're coming for you. And they got all the best policy in the world, but they don't look at that. They look at how many people are waking up every morning to go to work. And this is where I got to give Brother Zoe Pennell and his team the kudo. Whether you like it or not. My leader and myself were talking today, Honorable Joe Molu, and we're talking about, corporate governance. And we said too much meetings. Everybody we're going to, instead of the corporation focusing on results, they're focusing on activities. How many meetings you attended today? How many meetings you participated in? Did you present this brief? Was your PowerPoint presentation, approved? All of these things. It's not, did we achieve this amount? Did we move the company? Did we move our activity closer to the company objective? It is not that. And this is where Zoe fall in within their framework. It's not about what you say, how you criticize. I'm telling you today, all you other politicians that want to defeat Zoe, it's going to be difficult for y'all. It's going to be difficult. Look, imagine all the poor men get on employment. Not unemployment, but employed. And yet this man is coming and putting people in line, giving them money. My brother, no strategy, no criticism can defeat that. Let me let you know today. And a Liberian politics too. The people that don't have work, he's giving them job, but the one that don't have work, he's going back to them. He said, tell me what you want me to do for you. And the person want money. And he put in line and dole out Liberian and US dollars. How can you defeat this kind of person? See, your politics you're running American politics. You want to all the BB talk. You want to talk about how you get a PhD. It doesn't work in Liberia. Liberia politics is gutter. Is ghetto. Is rugged. Rough. Stop the plenty talking. You see what Zoe did to them? Zoe called all the news people. You see what I'm telling me? And guess what? By the time they left the office, he get a cattle. Everybody left happy. They're going to publish that thing. And I didn't even watch it live, but I saw it today. Because guess what? I saw a turn on Facebook, and the first thing that hit me, so Peno press conference. And I never connected to the brother. But the algorithm, Facebook algorithm will send it to me. Right? It will send it to me. Because I'm from that region. I'm from the country. That have Facebook operator. That the algorithm. Yeah, that I operate. So everybody now sees Zoe. Everybody seen the list. So put to work. Even my own little daughter, Zoe put to work. How can I go against Zoe? How? You tell me that now. And I be ungrateful to Zoe? I can never. You know, they say true credit. There's a saying there, man. Alex, tell me what the thing. True what? True credit, what? True crayfish, credit, whatever. Something along that lines. Yes. True crayfish drink water, or true water crayfish drink. I mean, something along that line. You know. I am not able to send my daughter money every month. Guess what? She been on it forever. I mean, for a long time. Where boxing Ellington I get been on it? I think close to Ellington, she went through Joey at time. So she's been on it for a long time. And by that time, she's still there. So I think she probably gone over 10 years over there. That's how I got to be grateful to Zoe Peno today. I don't know my own daughter on that list. The man get a job. And she there growing in the position. She's been there over 10 years now. How can I find this brother to be not working, not serving the interests of the Liberian people and Grand Gina? How? And most of the guys on the list, I seen it in the chat room. In the Grand Gina chat room. Lawrence City. You know? I seen, young kid, you're having fun. It's working. You know? I didn't know that's so in there. I told his sister, or cousin, Piso Tapo in there. Piso Ta City, or City Ta, whatever. That's open to get him in a job. So you got to be grateful, my people. If you want to win this man, operate on the man level. Stop that thing. I got PhD. I do this one. The Grand Gina Librarian put on. They don't listen to that thing. They're done. They don't understand why I can't win. Why Joey is popular. That's the reason why Joey are popular. So Peno and Joey are operating on the same level. They do. The way I'm operating on running American politics. Y'all need to stop. Okay. Ellie, you want to say one or two things before we go to Veteran Smith? And maybe Zopen is probably coming to take you for Top FM. He dropped someone.
No, Mr. Rod.
So be careful how you talk.
If you are saying things against one person over and over, sometimes you push a person against a wall, and the thing the person is not supposed to do, they will do it. It's not intention of the senator coming out to list all of these guys' names, but there have been some others Nigerians who have been saying, and haven't done anything to energy Nigeria with the section of killing cows, getting people money, which of course they are not development. So I think that is what prompted him to say, yes, we still have most of them and we'll continue to update our list with all of those guys who've been helping. So even the Harrison Gay who said, just add former to my name. He also praised that, yeah, Senator Zoe Manapen is a good person in helping and been helping with the crown people. So he acknowledged that for the fact that he was also helped by the senator in the way. So sometimes to, if you would not know something like, you know, there was I just forgotten your name. It's a Fuller Pekin here in Zwechu. He was very brave when he went to Senator Zoe. At that time, the senator came for visit. So we ourselves, we were in 2 zones when they arrived there in group. So after welcoming the senator, he stood up and said, Senator Zoe Manapen, I want to ask you. And the senator said, go ahead and said, I've been hearing people say, you haven't done this, you haven't done that. I want to know, since you became senator for Grand Gila County, can you tell me how many persons you ever put on a scholarship that go out of country to go learn? And the senator responded to him, and he understand the question clear. I think this is the best way that we can come out. Is our senator, anytime he can come in and call everybody in gallery to ask him and say, oh, senator, what have you done? And then he'll come to go and just let us know. But people just continue to threaten the man with 2029, you'll go out. So he said no. Since saying that, let me come out and tell people who are not here so people can know what I've been doing. Yeah. So that's it's not a bad thing. At least we saw about 45%. But let's say continue to update the list. So we watch for that. Maybe some of those guys will come, and that's the only way to address Batu Sumo.
Yeah. You gotta push it by Sumo. Let you give you a little space. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. I see we are joined by Veteran Smith and Madam Claudia Emotion Smith. Claudie. Let's go in the order in which you guys came into the studio. Veteran Smith, good evening.
We do ladies first, you know, so the gentleman will be second. Our father, Senator Penner, way of doing campaigning or doing things. So let me get lady first so I can be in trouble.
Okay, that's fair. My Emotions, welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here again tonight. It's been a long coming, so everything is kosher. So I'm excited to be back, and I hope everyone is okay.
Yep, everyone is okay. Everything is kosher. It's good to have you back. Veteran Smith?
I think I can make myself official now. Put on my glasses. The weather is hot.
It is super hot.
Drinking a lot of water. But in a confined, sometimes you're in a confined place. The air cool can't help you either. So where to run, where to hide. So the air cool is not working as the heat is strong. And it will be this whole week. So so that's it. But anyway, Fred, the Veteran Smith, and the man who on both radio and TV all day. I know sometimes how I do things, but I'm back.
Okay. Good to have you. Yes, that's good. That's good. So, Madam Claudia, we're waiting for you because you today is part of this program. You did some field work, and you are going to provide us the report that you gather from the field, and then we're going to talk about it, and we're going to then move on to other matters that is making the press airwave blowing up. Okay, so without further ado, talk to us about where you went today, who you met, and what you uncovered there. What was the story, and what did you cover while you were there?
All right. So, well, for the past, let's say, a couple of weeks,
all right, you mute to yourself, Claudia, if you're talking.
That a lot of youth in Margate. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, it's raining really heavy on my side, so it's going to be some network.
Okay.
So like I said, we have noticed that a lot of youth in Margibi, I mean, when I say youth, I'm talking about from 14 to 21, have really been affected by substance abuse, most especially narcotics, which is defined as cocaine, Kush, because Kush has a mixture of all those things in it. And what we're also noticing now is like relapsing in terms of where they are not having access to it right now. It seems to be like there might be a shortage of drugs. So people are coming out with makeshift drugs that is causing a lot of young guys and young girls to lose their lives. Because imagine like drinking or smoking rat poison. And that's literally like what they're doing here. So I decided to follow the track of them. And it led me to a place where I saw dozens and dozens of addicts going to, and I decided to go there and see what that was about. And I ran across a very sinister, a very sincere reverend who has this program, and it's been functioning for 3 years. They recently celebrated their 30-year anniversary. And this program has been launched in a way where, according to the Reverend, it's there to help counsel. Because before you can tell someone to stop smoking, you have to pet them, like Liberian men say pet, like convince them with love and with sincerity. And he has been doing this single-handedly by himself. And I was shocked to see a lot of young people that I've been seeing spoil, not even spoil themselves, spoil, like disease-ridden and, going through all the symptoms and so on of an addict, to see them at his facility. And I was like, wow, like what's keeping you here? What's going on? So I had the privilege to be able to meet Reverend Liate. If I'm pronouncing his name wrongly, please correct me. But in the process of meeting him, I was also able to sit down in his session and see how he gets through to the at-risk youth, because majority of those at his session, they had to have been about 30, were under at least 25. There were a few that were above 25, but the mass majority, I even saw a little boy about 14, and you can tell he's been in it probably about good 5 years. And being able to listen to what stimulates someone to be caught up in addiction, because we know addiction comes with addiction, being addicted to something so much, doing it so much, you get so addicted to it, it becomes a habit, it becomes normal, like drinking water. But then sometimes it also becomes a habit for them because of their surroundings, their family, the community, people telling them, move from here. When you tell someone who's an addict, move from here, you literally sending them back in the ghetto to go get high again. And then they end up remaining there. So I wanted to know what those measures were that seemed to have helped him to actually be successful in this. But I also know that there were some challenges because he's single-handedly doing this. and we look has been given the leadership to be able to handle these type of things going on with drugs and other substances that's controlling the way people are functioning right now in Liberia. Then we look at the $19 million cocaine bust. I didn't know until today that Kush has a percentage of cocaine in it. I just got to find out today. And with that bust, I was also able to find out from some of the at-risk youth that had that bust not happened, let's say maybe 50% of those goods would have been distributed amongst those same youth. So now there's a shortage. So they were complaining about Jones. And because there's a shortage, a lot of them now want to stop because there's no access to the kush and the drugs that they have been having so frequent, access to. So they decided that now is the time for us to really focus on rehabilitating. Let's get to the Reverend because he can do it. So I was able to see what it feels like, because I had a privilege to speak to the group, which that was really surprising for me, because I didn't even know what to say, because it's like you have to be able to relate to something before speaking about something. So I had to dig deep in me, look at my surroundings, look at one of my teenage sons that is battling peer pressure, and be able to speak in a relative way. And it went pretty well. And then I was also able to start to connect some dots. For example, the Reverend is functioning this particular program within District 6, which is stretching from the ELWA belt to VOA, Virginia, which is on the highway. And that district is controlled by, of course, Representative Samuel Ender, who is the senior representative of that district. And of course, he has visited. He was highly impressed and committed to help in any way he can. But then you have to look at the government as well. People feel like where your area is where it should be. Everyone knows that Ministry of Youth and Sport was allocated funds to be able to finance campaigns and projects such as what Reverend Leade is functioning in his little corner behind Bethesda's mission school. But we don't understand how they could be beneficiaries of what Ministry of the Youth and Sport has. So a lot of the programs, especially Reverend Leade's program, and I also met another lady they call Mother Miata. She has a similar program in one of the most, when I say infested ghettos, which is called Cold Spoon Hill. She's also battling because she's single-handedly feeding up to 100 at-risk youth every day, counseling similar to Reverend Leade every day, and also creating trade skills training without having the facility to train them. For example, Reverend Leade is using his compound in his house. A lot of people will be afraid to do that when you're dealing with people who have been known to society to rob, rape, kill, do anything to get access to drugs. But they allow them into their homes and use their homes as private places to be able to have these programs in their own manner. Because Reverend Leade talk about not doing it in a way where, like, for example, you flush someone with water, holy water, drinking one, cancel, you shake him, shackle him, tie him. No, it's an open, inpatient, outpatient type of program where they're free to come in, but you have to be willing to want to rehabilitate. and they're not using medications to rehabilitate the youth. They're using, let's say, they're using their own experiences, what they can relate to, because you can't speak on something if you don't understand what you're talking about. And each of these people all have similar interests. And the interest is keeping the community safe, keeping their own children safe from being victimized into peer pressure and other things that get other youth into drugs. So they're using a mechanism that will also keep their environment safe. Also allowing the environment to help in that process. So what they do is, for example, Reverend Lele, what he does is he goes from house to house and asks community members, are there anything like, do you need anything done? Is there some brushing you might need? Do you need a welder? What do you need? I can provide that, so that the community can give the space that he will need, so that the kids can have space to walk freely through the community to the compound, where they won't be stigmatized, where people won't say, oh, the Zogo didn't come in, oh, yeah, hire buckets. So everyone is working collectively to make sure that the youth have a way to change. But I don't think that it should be done single-handedly. They still have to get connected with the government. So I asked them, what was the challenges? Why are you doing this alone? And there's a process. Everything you do here in Liberia now, there's a process. You can't just walk in someone's office and say, hey, can you help me? And each of them have reached out, and each of them have given me the same response. They say they will come, they haven't reached. But it hasn't deterred them from doing what Reverend Lele said that God wants him to do. And God, the spiritual part of life is so unique. It's so phenomenal, You can't get past that. If someone comes to you with the message of God, it lets you know that message comes with peace. And it's almost like you only got to listen. You have no choice but to listen, because it's no longer the person talking to you in front of you. It's God speaking through that person. And it actually, it's seeming to work. I mean, I saw some positive results of people I've seen for the past 4 or 5 years spoil. Not even spoiling, just spoil. But I saw them in this session.
Then the rain is interrupting Claudia's connectivity.
Smelling good, combed, so I know it's something. I'm sorry, the network.
Yeah. But you're clear though. Okay, so I want to Claudia to finish up, and then so got 9 minutes to go to the lines, and I think she was getting to the end there. Claudia, maybe you want to log out and come back, and that should give you a new connection. And then the technology, once they open our bandwidth and it start, teetering, you got to cut it off and open a new one. Okay, so, all right, so I see her coming back on another. So let's, okay, there you go. To remove this. Oh, did you? All right, it seemed like Alex and myself will be deleting. Okay. Can you say something?
Yes. So you can see the challenges are there. It was pouring, raining. There was no shelter. The program, it didn't matter to the reverend. It didn't matter.
Oh, okay. She dropped. All right. I mean, this the reason I think was she's trying to connect this thing with the 19.2 million out of drug bust, and you can see the effect of what is happening. Okay, she's back. Hopefully, her connection is good now.
Okay, sorry, it's the rain, but I'm back.
All right. Yeah, if you want to conclude, go ahead.
All right. So, like I said, this is the Refuge Ministry. This is where he hosts his sessions. It's every Thursday, and I think it was very smart of him to have the sessions from 11:30 to 12:30, because looking at the systematic function of addicts and drug dealers, the morning hours is most essential to them. So by 10 o'clock, that's the time now they need to eat. They need to get some rest. They need to find shelter, to find somewhere to sit down and spend that few time until the Jones pick up. And then they pick back up around 2 to 3. And he looked into all of that. So here is where he hosts. Sometimes it can be more than 30, it can be up to 50 people. But for the past 2-3 weeks, it's been very consistent. 30 at-risk youth come, and his wife, along with one of his sons in Christ, are normally the ones to pretty much hold the sessions. And in the session is not just about preaching the word of God, because sometimes a lot of people feel that when you do it like that, it's like you're forcing them into something they're not ready for. So you got to wean it in, but you have your time when you wean that in. You come back in again, you wean it in. But what he does, he makes it an interactive type of session. Every individual is treated as an individual, as a human being. They're not treated as a woman in a room. No. Everyone has an opportunity to, almost like when you're having these alcohol anonymous groups, these the groups that they normally have for people that have addiction, where everyone gets to say their name and say, okay, my name's John, I'm an addict. This is what I take. This is what I do. But this also helps him to gather data so that he can be able to really understand each individual and where to touch bases. Because a lot of them, I was so fortunate to interview a lot of the younger ones, because I wanted to understand, because I have a teenager here as well, what really dives you deeper into substance abuse, because everyone tries it. Your friend would say, my man, take drag. But what keeps you there? And a lot of them talked about their family. I met one individual, his mother is a very big female journalist in Liberia. I was shocked. What makes a parent completely move their hand from a child business? And it wasn't that she moved her hand and said, look, I don't want to deal with you again. But the stigma also affects the family. It's almost like having a family member that has a contagious disease that if you go close to them, you will catch it. So you got to keep that family member hidden. Even when you hide them, everybody will say, oh, that man who get that disease, that Ma Danielle, everyone would stay away from her too. So it's not that they don't want to help, they don't want to show love, but it's stigmatizing. And his only thing he wants is to be reunited with his mother. And he felt like God sent me there today. He said, you came for me, because I had just thrown in the towel and said, look, I'm going to stop taking drugs because I want my mom. I want my mommy. And here you come, my mother, someone who I know can relate this message to my mom and tell my mom that I'm trying to change. And I felt so emotional about it. And I was like, wow. So we know that people want to change, but you can't do it alone. You need someone to help you, and it has to be a genuine help. It shouldn't be because you feel forced to do it, or you work with Ministry of Health and they say you must session by force. They want someone that actually cares, and that's what Reverend Liade is doing.
Madam Claudia, excellent reporting. Excellent reporting. So we're going to hold it there. When we come back, we got 2 minutes to go to the lines. I want us to go to the lines because in Liberia, there, I noticed if we don't hit the line at this time, it's difficult to get our people to participate in the show. So I think we have, discussed a lot. We previously talked about Senator Pennell, and now you brought in your reporting from the field. Very incredible reporting. First of all, I want to say thank you, because this is the primary concern of everybody. And when we come back, Rod, I'll talk about my conversation with Miss Liazo. I think he called me, he said Liazo. What I also took away from our conversation. It's a very humble man, very humble man. So Alex, take us to the line, please. Thank you, Claudia.
Okay, so for that says here this evening on Top 105.3. If you just joining us, you locked down with the program that beg to differ here on your FM dial. It's about time that we go to the phone lines and hear from you. You've been following the show since 9:30 up to present. It's about time that you make your contributions here. So call us on 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's hear from you. You want to be part of the show here. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 are the numbers supported through. Let's hear from you this wonderful evening hour. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. The number supported train going to be live here. So let's take our theme song while we await the calls. We'll play your theme song here this evening.
My people, time Top FM 105, 3 we on the air.
We will hold it there, go on the land and pick the retired captain here this evening. Good evening.
Sir, good evening, Mr. Wulu Alexander. Good evening to all of our professors, and let's say a special one to the female general in the mess in class this evening. All right, thank you. You got it right. This is Berikatu. You don't force, but you're always being compared to do only the right thing. So, with the topic on the discussion tonight in class, I just want to speak on 2 issues. Firstly, let me start out by congratulating Madam Claudia for taking such a bold step, even though we may not have been in the know of her intent for her tour, risking her life to go as far as where you got people refer to as Yogo or disadvantaged youth, because mind you, there are people who any moment they can do things on the contrary that you don't expect. So for a lady to take upon herself to go in their midst, it's a race and it speaks volumes. I guess she's doing it for humanitarian sake, to transform the life of our youth on our side of the country by bringing them back to normality so that they can be a good people in society. So we urge all other people to join her because it requires a lot of resources and energy. So we want to urge every good, meaningful Liberian to join her into that process by facilitating her dream so that it can come true. She's not doing it for herself, but rather for the Republic of Liberia. Again, congratulations. to Honorable Zopenu, and I will continue to say this. I'm not going to retreat my words. In my mind, Senator Penu should not be knocking chest, considering himself to be the political godfather of Grand GDM. Why? Because some of us are yet to see any tangible project being dedicated since of 2005. He got elected in our House of Parliament up to present. I'm one of those. I was here 2005 that campaigned for him. I got mark on my skin for that. He and I said, you know.
What happened? They were beating you?
No, I had a motorbike accident. No one can beat me. I was born into an accident.
Just a fun, man.
I was serving as a chairperson in Tutu community for him.
Okay.
Then Orito Tutu was a co-chair to me. So from 2005 up to present, there are other lawmakers that got a lot of people on a scholarship that also created avenue for some of the citizens to get job employment, but yet they are also carrying on infrastructure development that almost every year they carry on project dedication in their county. What happened to our own 20 plus years? What have been those projects that we can point out tomorrow that this was constructed by our former lawmaker who spent longer time there? He said something today in his press conference that in Putu, when you went there, a campaign promise he made to the people, you were able to get them $500,000 Liberian dollars so that they can do whatever they want to do with it. Then I said that was a slap in the face of those people. $500,000 Liberian dollars converted to USD can it amount to something around 30,000 USD? You know, the population of the people there, $500,000 Liberian dollars. After you will say, I promise the people this project are built from start to end and are dedicated. You go there now, you will see it there. I'll be clapping for you, Honorable Penu. I said that today. Unless you can't be dishing out money, yes. Everybody will follow, they want money. That is not their needs. You give money today, they eat it. The next thing you come again, you call them to somebody will come. But create something, do something that people will continue to point out in your need as a legacy. Granted, you make hundreds of grandchildren to be employed, we agree. Then we compare you and former president, we are not the same. Because former president, we are appointed key government positions to grandchildren who refuse to give back to their people. Today, we cry on former president, he did nothing. Similarly with you, all those we appointed, you got some in Shredu, some in Moravia, and wherever they are. What have been a dividend? Are they coming back to the people to say, hey, it was Honorable Penu that appointed me, and because Honorable Penu appointed me, I am also empowering 2-3% in the name of Honorable Penu? The answer is no. You recommend Bodekadu working, he's working for himself. You don't carry that message to the people. So, Honorable Penu, you need to do something. Think about our needs that we can boast up to tomorrow compared to other countries' lawmakers. Thank you for having us, Mr. Wulu.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. Put the cost in on 0776 105 105 881 143504. We go on the line and pick up this person. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You're near. Where do you join us from?
This is Michael G. calling from Toasted.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. I'm going to speak about our senator, which is Senator Penu.
Go ahead, Chief.
I think the caller I just left before I came in, you were contradicting it. If he says opener is not doing nothing, why is he still standing for George Weah? Because he compared the both of them. He is supporting George Weah as the leader to come back president. Let us appreciate someone when they did something or when they're doing something. Senator Pena is doing well. is doing well. It doesn't mean that when somebody leaves your party, that means the person not temper. No, you don't do that. Sometimes, someone you can look at the reality and change. You cannot force yourself on one party too. When you see that the party you behind is not doing the right thing for the people, you can move and switch. So it does not mean that Soapena is not doing anything. Soapena is doing something, is doing things. He have been doing things, not just doing things, but he have been doing things and he continue to do it. To my sister there, thank you very much. You know, these are people that we're looking for in our society that can take our youthful generation to where we want them to be. But for these boys, my brother, my sister had one. When I met when he had on him, he can come back to your house. Sometimes you can go to my house and he say, "Uncle, I beg you, go help me to talk to my mom." When I go, I talk to my sister, they bring that mail back. The mail out the production mail. That mail will be there and you'll be seeing. As soon as you see that sister make one mistake, he bust the thing and take the money and go. Another time, I think he did it 4 times. The last one, sister said that mail will never come back. So we can really be the parent of that. The children can do it. When they sit down, they explain their story to you. They talk. You say, yeah, they child on the parent part. They're not doing nothing for them. But go to the parent, go find out from the parent. When they finish explaining about them, you will not want to see them in your house. So I beg you, let you continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of the show. 0776-105-105 881-143504. Pick up this person. Hello. Yeah, Nia, where do you join from?
I'm Edward, and I join you from Disco Hill resident.
Edward who?
Edward Joloka.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. You know, to the issue of Senator Joe Emmanuel Penu, it's almost like you having a wife, but when the love is starting to get expired, you will never say any good thing about that woman. If the woman doesn't need the love of this man any longer, she will never say any good thing about this man. That's how the politics, to be precise, in our country is looking like. If even you are now on the side of a politician, but at least the 1 or 2 that this person have done be appreciated. Anyone comes and having to do one, and the second person having to do the second one, gradually our country is developing. But if as much we are not in the interest of one person, we will never and ever say any good thing about that person.
Okay.
And also, it came a time when there was an opinion pool on the same Top FM. A lady spoke, and I really admire her. She said, if we have our lawmakers in Nima County, they have the women wing, where at times they can invite their lawmakers and say, this is what we want. You do. In as much the lawmaker is going back to Monrovia, that will continue to play on his mind. All my people said they need market building in their community. But if the person come and say Wesi, and the person Wesi, and we happy going home, this person will only feel that Wesi will satisfy us. So why not sometimes we invite our leaders to say in their community we need X number of hand pumps. We need a vocational training center. But no, we won't do it. So if I come into you, and all of the time I say, my man, I get something on the table, let's not glass. Yeah. While you have problem at home, your woman doesn't have a cube to put in her soup. And if I say bottle, you say yes. I say bottle, you say yes. So anytime I think about you when I have money on me, the first thing I'm going to think about is if I call my man to drink bottle, he would be very happy. But if you tell me, say no, you want to offer me, bro, but I have a problem at home that I need to solve. Can you help me with this? Yes, I will do that. So that's just how the thing is looking like. If we don't tell our leaders what is our need, They won't pay attention. They will feel that what they're doing is satisfactory. And secondly, to our mother, I want to commend her ever so much. We need to change our society. Sometimes people blame government, but we ourselves, who the parents living in the various communities with our children, we the ones sell those drugs to them. But at the end of the day, then we blame government. Is it Joseph Waga that's selling drugs around the various counties? Is it Joseph Waga that having all the ghettos around Liberia? Are we ourselves the parents? Because we say that's the means of our livelihood. So at the end of the day, we blame government. And we see people, some of our brothers and sisters and aunties selling them, but we don't take any action. So I want to commend her ever so much. Let God be with her. Let her double up her strength so that she can work in that direction to have our society clean from narcotics. Thank you very much for giving me the time, and may God be with you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edward Doka, for being part of the show. Keep your calls coming in on 0776 105 105 881 143504. 0776 105 105 881 143504. Let's hear from you here this evening. We hold it there, go on the line and pick up this person. Good evening.
How are you, Martin?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, me, where do you join from?
Yeah, this is Marvin calling from Weber Quarter.
Marvin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Well, I want to appreciate our sister there for her brilliant role she played to get to the children. The drugs is killing our children. Drugs everywhere. People say they are fighting these drugs, but say the reason why it's hard to fight. There are people who say selling the drugs and they do not know where they are. If I tell you the recent time, they came in front of the palace and behind the palace and they clean the place. They clean the place pretending that they were coming to sell scrap car, now they are drugs. They shouldn't clean that place in Angolo, they put the bars down. But when any more by passing the other ball, he had a small and he have a young boy under a better, and you put it in your hand, and it's mobile can, and you get it mobile body drugs and carry it. So I get observing them. At last, I started calling the necessary people to come and can remove them. Yeah. I didn't expose myself. I went in the fence. I started calling. At the end of the day, the people came. Some of them came to come observe, and they saw them. It was in the night when they went and raided them from here. So that how the whole thing look like. They are people now making it as a business. You see, our African brothers, then who bringing the drugs in, they are not giving it to their children. Yeah, but they're selling it to other poor children. Yeah, even our Liberian people, they're not giving the drugs to their children, but selling it to other poor children. Yeah, and it's not good. It's not good. I have my friend who and myself been friendly for long. They are almost a sister or only son. She has two girls or only son. Straight with that boss for from drugs. She's try her best. Or no way. Every time he went to join a friend and they get already back for phone inter. And they ran away. Or later they identify him and they arrested him. But before the people were arrested, he ran to a house. And mother was able to put him outside your comfort. Okay, because she's tired. Over and over, he can be at the palace of correction for months and months and months. So that she'll say she will not send anything to him. At last, the people get her and they will free him. And so she's fed up with a ball. And our only son, You also girls, only son, or only son, that boy, he there, or smart boy, so they draw spoil, and they carrying the feet in the prison. And so that's some of the things that we are facing in the society. People, children spoiling. Hello?
You allow my go I listen to you.
Okay, then to the point of our senator, our long-serving senator, Lord Nico. I listened to an interview, and you know it sounds laughable. He's not pointing at what he did. He's not pointing at in what he did for the county. But then he pointing at past government, what past government, they were Ellen did, what and the present government doing, and the rest of it. But he's not pointing at what he did. Where is your hand mark? To feed people, you can't go to his place, that time it was at a point. That time it didn't point. People go there, you giving people rice, giving them money. It's not it. The county, why is the county benefit? But when you talking during the interview, I get laughing. Why are you not pointing at what he did? You're pointing at what Ellen did. You're pointing at what the other person did. Yeah. Point at your own what he did. Yeah. What he did, and he said he want to go back. He couldn't say political. I don't know what he godfather. Who gave you the position? Yourself gave yourself the position. Yeah. If you serve your people, and whatsoever your hand will come, but you giving churches zinc, you leave the country out. The country is supposed to be benefited. You still on there from 2005. Children that were born 2005, some of them finished with college, they got degrees, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. And some of them, they are married because they got children. Yeah, then you, nothing, no benefit from the country. And you say they come up and the other government did this. What have you done? What we have. So already say you can't buy for him to go. So I know you want to die in that seat and the rest of it. Why is the country benefit? Thank you this evening.
Thank you so much, Mafia, for being part of the show.
You're welcome.
We'll go on the line to get this person in. Hello. Okay. We go back there and get this person. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, near where do you join us from?
Yeah, there is Nelson Young calling from my office.
Nelson Yantu. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chief.
I'm very sorry, man. I mean, I didn't look at it good, man. Our 3 days, but it's finished, man. Yeah, I want to say something important pertaining to the jobs and the comments, the woman mayor on Super. I don't want to talk on it, but now my time is very short. I'm very sorry, man. Yeah. I'll call back. I'll see what you do, eh?
Okay, Chief. Thank you.
Yeah, because you don't understand the party of Super. I won't spend part of one, but
thank you.
I'll call back.
0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Fred. I speak Johnson here. Yeah, I listen to the caller and I on figure that tonight.
Graceful.
I listen to Sopenu speech when you were giving today. You know, when people come to that studio, they can be confused. They know what to talk. So we have been very worrying the people there. Where you do? That's to say that Sopenu do what you are going to pass saying. But you're Nina Hori, they will be asking you questions. What is Sopenu do? What is legacy you prepare to give for the French? And you say, opponents do anything, but people, upon empower people in French leader. That the people that so take care of French leader, upon them work on the market account, says French leader. You see? Then when you put a serious to talk something cool, they can't talk nothing cool. Then they on my Eddie. What you do? Thank you.
Thank you. You're near again.
Take it three.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Jeez. Go and learn to pick out this person. Good evening.
William,
You're near. Where do you join us from?
I'm Ponce from Titan.
John Alfonso, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Okay, I'm saying
Ellen, what does that mean? Come on, Zaita?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
Wow.
I want Saibli.
Titanio, upon you patrol.
Oh, I'm on no duo.
Okay, yo.
No.
I want to say one or two things pertaining to the previous quarter that just left the land. See, from the initial state, when the current people came to power during the administration, people used to say some things saying that a strong man died, a strong man killed the strong man. And that's true. Joe Penu, as a leader within this county after the war, is the man that reduced poverty within this whole county. Now, today, if you go to Kings Running, you see the kind of structure that Joe Penu do there. You see Joe Penu is on employment, giving cash to citizens to help themselves. Why now we call him attention to tell him what to do? He is our political godfathers of this county. That's who he's saying there. And God will always guide him. Time for election, people will be saying all kinds of things. But at the end, Joe Penu win. So somebody like that, God always spreads his life. God gave him the opportunity to do this county. Let us give him the chance. The last time I called upon him, the Honorable, this life we're living in today, it is the time that you do something within this county. See, Niba County, today Prince Johnson that left us, he have a hand back there. I want you to build a university, Open University. And he got that at the back of his head. So looking ahead to see him, always we have to remind him, this single man, look at the whole entire Grand Gila County, kind of help the men doing to those people. Anybody that they call him. Anything that will happen, they call him. And he comes to the end. Why not praise him? The time somebody maybe gave him the honor, gave him the praises. But none of this. I'm listening to several callers tonight. They are saying so many things that make me upset bad. And this is our leader. Today, if anybody comes from Grand Gila, you take that position, the truth is open. So thank you for this radio station lecture tonight. Thank God. God always lead us through. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We
Throw down, Jobo.
That's right. Missing your dad. You want to speak some more? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, near. Where do you join us from?
Yeah, I'm still calling from Madindo Koro.
I'm so for a very long time. Welcome to the show.
Wow. Yeah, I've been listening to more color. Listening about Open.
That's what we get last year.
Yeah, I'm to say SASEA.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Okay. You know, when we're saying the whole shit on the end, who have 6,000 to open this and that, you have all very long, you have not done nothing, no legend. You know, for some of us who've been here for a long time, I'm a Lofian.
Okay.
I've been in Grand Gila for a long time. I think like I'm a Grand Gila now, I can say. But really, people are criticizing Joe too much. And for me, I believe that Joe is a good leader. Because the youth of Grand Gila and the area, they have no meeting to go there and call Joe and say, we want you to do this for us. They have done that. How many times he failed to do it? Where I living right now, the market building that's here. It is all that fully there. And the people refuse to come stay in the market building. The market building empty standing here. If they are demanded to tell me that will be selling poor and things, and they refuse. The Sunday market at the Zobui, they say they will come here. More than 2-3 years now, they can't come here. The empty building get here. We don't want to in the ground around it. So what the people have put together, what they developing in their mind, cause Zopen and say, we want you to do this. And he refused to do it. He's a leader. Our mother said, I sing that daddy was just sitting there. Georgia arrived with car and get almost $500, almost take in the wheelchair, almost managing. Just a leader who do accepting or nothing. Then I want to say, we just sitting there, you get $100. No leader that can do that. It's not plenty on earth now. Say war, money, shake everybody's hand. What they're supposed to be proud, all that groups will say everybody's hand. What they're supposed to be proud of, do not do away. So let Nigerians put together the development that they want. To say, yeah, Joe, we want you to do this. When you say now that you're for the money. But nothing like that. Just following the money. And then great occasion happening in the country, they may contribute to warfare. I think that is one of the greatest things the people should understand. If you're stranded in Moldova and transport you, how many leaders can do that? So that's the thing on it. So I thank you this evening.
Thank you too for being part of the show. Keep listening.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this together. We pick up this person, the last caller here, and then we get back to our panelists. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name, where do you join from?
I'm Opa Venetius Mosun, and I call you from Clear Disco here.
Opa, what is your last name again?
Opa Venetius Mosun.
Ah. Why?
So that one of the issue of Honorable Zoe Maria Peno, you know, my brother. I see other quarrel coming in defense of Zoe Peno, and then with a poor argument in the sense of saying that Honorable Zoe Peno, when somebody die, he go there. When you call him, he goes there and contribute. When your woman give birth, he go there. Look. These things are not development. They are not tangible that we discuss it. They will look at the less or Tifa, Tomo Farah. The honorable man from Nimba, he's late. They will just leave him. They will look at the less of Tifa and that of Sir Joseph. These people are his friends. They will see the tangible that they got. They build the people mind, they build the capacity of their citizens. So you want to tell me the time with Zopena was not leader? People that were dying, how they were burying them. When Zopena were not representative or senator, those that were giving birth to the hospital, how they were buying baby tops and other things. We are talking about building the minds of the youth and coming up with other Google program that people get benefit. We got so many things that we lack out here. There is no vocational schools here that we will say yes. They want to build by our honorable men that people going, they're learning how to drive. That when NGO can, they will not take workers from outside, Nigeria, people will be here that got certificate that can drive. We're talking about those things that other people talking about when somebody die, the last time they gave somebody 500. In the view of benefit, our people are listed, so if you just get some money there, they feel happy. The youth here, they're looking for jobs. The youth here, some people they don't want to. Some people they feel that they are Asian and they don't want to go to school and be learning 1 + 1, 2 + 2. Bring school here, let other people learn and benefit from it. All the excavator, yellow machine that they breaking now, that they say they breaking here, that different people can be using it here. With the time we gave Honorable Zopeno, other people coming out to say Zopeno gave 500, Zopeno gave it 1 year. That what we discussing. Other representatives, you know what they're doing for their people within their country. They pay vocational schools, they have university and everything. They come out to tell you that you just call Zopeno, I call Zopeno, you must pay the same way they get PYJ error, you must PYJ university, you must pay your own. So you want kind of use point in and tell all that your Zopeno is thinking about it, so we can. So my brother, those days are gone. You know, man, at least we gave him the chance but he misusing it. It's not carrying the track that we want to carry. Sharing money on people, feeding people, cow. We settle with that, man, brother. Let people come with different story and start telling us it's open, okay, take out and do the other one. Yeah, good story there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of the show, folks. Let me say many thanks to all of you for putting in your calls here. But at this point, we'll hold it there, go back to the panelists, and then we continue with the show. So keep listening and don't take it off. Mr. Ryan, welcome back.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Thanks. Many thanks to our callers tonight. I don't know how many you called, but you already had the alarm blowing off. I don't know if that's the return magic of Madam Claudia Emotions. But I got my own brother on Zaitan call this evening. I really love that. I throw it down, your boy, call again. Look forward to hearing from you more. And more in our city called Pewa. I need you to call on the show. You're from Pewa, Saibli Pewa. I got a call. All right? I need to know what happened in that town. It's not a town, it's a city. It's the largest city, probably second to Zodru. And other people, Akizodru, yes. Kavala is the largest, second largest.
So was it they want reduce our city from 141 to 33?
Oh yeah. But I think Green Crew get nothing. Because if they want to try about
how many callers call tonight?
We want to try about Green Crew.
I think you're asking for the number of callers. We have 9 persons that call on the show for tonight.
All right, that's good. All right, that's good. But so we got Claudia back. Claudia, let me come to you. Do a quick response to the callers, those that thank you for your work, for your reporting, and then I will now respond to them too. We'll go around the table. But let's come to you first, Claudia. Claudia, if you're talking, you're muted. Okay, that's the rain and the time right there. We do understand that's a connection problem. But here's what I want to say to the callers. They said when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. I think Mr. Zopen has understood that very much so. And you don't have to ask me why you say that. The guy has been there since 2005. Okay, so I see Claudia back with us. Claudia, I know you got connection problems. So let me have you respond to the callers real quick so that we don't lose you again.
Okay, I'm here.
Now I want you to respond to the callers. Those that will thank you for your field work and what you're doing to report on this issue.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for those of you that appreciate the effort made. Yes, it's a very risky topic. It's not risky because I'm a woman, but in general, drugs, the issue of drugs, anything affiliated with drugs is very dangerous. But we're not doing this to put anyone's life at risk or mine, but we're doing this so that people can get a better understanding of what makes someone to be addicted and what mechanisms can be made to help someone battle it. And what can we do to connect the proper officials with individuals who are trying in their own weak way to make sure that efforts are made. So I really appreciate that, but look forward to more, because we're not just talking about drugs, we're talking about everything that makes Liberia go round. So be expecting more of that, more to come. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Claudia. That was a great field reporting, and we look forward to more of that, as you said. Excellent work. And here's my take. Thanks to Manvig and all the other callers that recognize the effect of this thing, I think she gave us a very vivid picture about a woman who is struggling with her son, and the child is, the mother is so tired with the child. and the child goes to the correctional facility there and they spend months and months there. It's not that she doesn't love her child, but it's just the human condition. It kicks in too, and we must understand that. And most of the callers as well. Let's keep praying for our young people. Let's keep praying for them. I was talking to Pastor Lesio today. Hope I'm calling the name right. And he said, Archie, I'm not doing this because I want publicity. This is why when Claudia came here today, I was skeptical about Claudia's presence because I don't accept journalists. I don't accept news reporters. I've been here 3 years, and not once has anybody reported on my activity because I don't want it to go out there. That is a genuine person. So not that other people who open their doors to reporters are not genuine, but you can see when he said, actually, I just want to be able to focus on the young people.
If you're not correct, we go talk and so. From 9 o'clock to 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside. True talk, we not go high. Call Mr. Judge Nubo, bring that sense. Better than smithing, no nonsense. They must right, talk and clear. Just make strong woman, yeah. If you wrong, she gon' say Everybody, how decide? For me country with their life. Remember people, you're ready. Grand pass and steady. From bush to town, from market to yard. It don't matter strong, we hit it hard. We go talk them. If they hide the truth, I go bring them. If you bet more, pull yourself. Speak for them. To the farmer people, oh. If you're not correct, we go talk and so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sit here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside. Truth must talk, we not go high. I bet to the farmer people, oh. If you're not correct, we go talk and so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sit here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside. Truth must talk, we not go high. People, my people, oh.
Yeah, so while we waiting for Mr. Wright to be back in studio, let's go quickly on the line and pick up Mr. Segonda. Welcome to the show, Chief.
Yeah. Man has to do with the two missing persons.
Okay.
The two missing persons.
Mm-hmm.
The 400,000 or so manner in which people are treating major cases in this country is so bad. We talk about human life. People go missing. Government that when Joey said everybody should be their own security, they were jumping up and down. And man does not. It was the country that's the reason why he's saying that people should be their own security. Where are we today? What is the major involvement of the government in this missing person case? We live right here. Yeah, look at it to say nothing has even happened. Nobody even cares. This will just be the end. We talk about 400,000 United States dollars. Government is going back to check on people on the past administration. When we say that witch hunting, people think that we are just saying it because we want to say it. We have cases upon cases that just took place during this administration. But they are not interested in finding out, but they go back to past government. Look at the drugs issue. You say worldwide in our country for drugs of this nature case to be played with, this can be opposition. By the time they did that, the government has come up, public photo, do everything that will be demeaning and degrading, and when it will be doing, where are we today? In that one that I said 19.5 million United States dollar drop. And police director still playing phone. And we see they have selected justice. Some people think that we are just talking, look at the case with Brian McGill. The very policeman came, police director came and said, yeah, they kind of thing happened. That's what being a trigger our eyes said. It needs DNA test before we can make any decision in that case. Will you invite?
Mr. Gunnar, are you still there?
All the loud sound, the people that do anything, we came to do correction. They say the way people who came to do correction can do things. I believe that they are just making mockery out of justice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Segunda, for being part of it. All right, so folks, Mr. Rice already back. We'll go over to him. Mr. Rice, welcome back. Is that right? Okay, so I think Mr. Wright is doing 1 or 2. He's going to be joining us here quickly. But keep your calls coming on 0776-105-105 while we are waiting for Mr. Wright. Let's hear from you too as well. 776-105-105 881-14-3504. Let's hear from you. 0776-105-105 881 143504, and you're going to be part of it here this evening. 776-105-105 881 143504.
PM to 12 midnight. The problem time, no sleeping business. Your voice matter so. I beg to differ, Liberia. My people like Taibo. Top FM 105.3, we on the air. Leader, shout, check to Koroma. Archie right. Play. Alex Bill. Rock. Producer correct. All tonight we beg to this day. I beg to differ my people. If it's not correct, we go talk am so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palava, no fear inside. Truth must talk, we not go hide. Call Mr. Kotubo, bring them sense. Ready veterans, with nonsense. I must right, talk them clear. Anthony, WBC, they make me think clear. Claudia Smith, strong woman, yeah. You wrong, she go say,
So while we're waiting for Mr. Wright to join us here on the show, you can just phone in and let's hear from you. 776 105 105. Okay, Mr. Wright.
I'm back.
But let's hear you. Mr. Wright, welcome back.
Yes, sir. My connection is giving me a problem.
Okay.
Then my computer needed to update some firmware. Already done that, so hopefully that problem is solved. So yeah, oh god, I seen the thing spinning on hoping. Oh man. So oh come on. Anyways. There you go. Oh Lord, what's going on, man? Are we still got veterans know of us?
Veteran is still here, but I don't know what.
We are monitoring the show.
The monitor is sure you're watching football.
Oh, I'm busy. Out of busy.
Okay. We understand that.
Don't add Mr. Wright. Who said the man has spoiled again last now?
Oh man, the man messed my whole holiday.
No, but I got to analyze that game.
Yeah, let's come back and you do it. Let Richmond and the callers on come out and jump on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about the issue. So let me close on speaking to Mr. Lizol about he helped that he's giving to the disadvantaged youth. I think we need to commend him. And the good thing is Claudia is working hard to connect his facility with the government, and she's going to make that happen. Speaking to the Minister of Youth and Sports, and they do have some money on hand for this particular activity. So we're hoping that she's going to reach there and plead Mr. Lasso's case so that they can bring him on board and give him some assistance because he needs it. Now, on the issue of Mr. Zoe Penal, to my dear brother Willie Katu, the retired captain, to Mom Vic, and to all the other callers who asked this very rhetorical question. I know rhetorical because I think it's real. It's not rhetorical question. I know rhetorical because you said, why is Zoe calling himself the godfather of Greenville politics? You said, why is Zoe calling himself the godfather of Greenville politics? For somebody to become a godfather, now we gotta associate this is what I know. Being a godfather is to say that you have been in this space for a very long time. Right? The scene we will go to the towns, we say the elders, because they have been there, they understand the town. They understand the rules, the do's and don'ts of that town. They've been around so long. They are interacting with generations. So they are the elders of that town. In the case of Zoe Penal, my brother with a Katu, Mom Vic, and everyone else. Some of y'all rightfully stated. This brother has been in Grenada politics from 2005. That is 21 years. And like you said, rightfully, Manvic, the children that were born around that time, they have probably gone to college, acquire higher degree, and raise their own families. Now, if you have somebody in that space for that long, that means they understand the space. They know the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts. So when they say, I am the godfather, it goes to say that amongst everybody else in this space, I am the one that has served the longest in this space. There is nobody in this county that has served long than me in an elected position. I had the one been here since 2025. The people here been electing me every time. They've been electing me every time. People here been electing me every time. Well, I've been here. That qualifies him to be the godfather. Now let me also pivot. Let me also shift. I don't disagree with you, Belakatu, Manvic, and all the other callers who are saying you want to go beyond the politics of handouts, giving people money, buying top, buying zing. I agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. But you see, Manvic, and Willikatu and everybody else, the voters have what we call the voters' lead. We got short term, the one that won right now, the one calling like Reba, and the long term one, the one that got a wit. And unfortunately, many of our voters, they find themselves in a Reba situation. Oh God, they think about to go over me again. So when the people come, they want to listen to the way about one. I mean, the long time we want to. Within 5 years, I will bring company together to employ you and your children. They want to hear that too. But when they interact with you, they got problem home. Sometimes the children out of school. Sometimes the wife there, she pregnant, she doctor yet. These are the things that Zopenu look at. And say, look, I'm not going to bore you. The voters. They can't tell you, I spoke with, Achi Wright LLC yesterday. They came to my office. They're supposed to bring job here. The company they bring in about the $20 million company. That company will employ you, your brother, your sister, and everybody. Nah, the voter don't want to get that. Because that's the condition they find themselves in. So the one I'm saying, you got to understand Zopenu politics. And when it got to you're dismissing it because I don't know for what reason. You don't dismiss it. You're deep inside understanding well. You want to get rid of this guy. But the way you're doing it, you can get rid of God. I got to be friend with you. The way you're going about this thing is going to be hard for you to get rid of Senator Zopenu. Because he's meeting the people where they are. He's not giving a long-term talk. I'm not dismissing a long-term talk. As a matter of fact, that's why me I favor But when you understand why one person keep winning and winning for 20 plus years, you gotta want to ask yourself the question, why? Why did one man keep winning over and over? We're not criticizing man. All the criticism on the earth. We're not putting on this man. But every time the man turn around and win. We got to understand why. Don't dismiss it. Because dismissing it will keep that man there forever. That's my own advisor. That's my own. So I want to stay right there. At least you want to say something before we move on to the next topic.
Really, no. I think the senator himself, instead of this long time, most of Nigerians between that the senator don't have infrastructure developments in county. That's been a point, and then he clarified that for me, I believe him helping him on. So if I help you out, it left for you to go and do something good for yourself, and that is why that's the message continue to preach. So I don't see that's the only way of doing his politics, and that is how he go about it, and that's how he bends from 2005 to pressing. Maybe his citizens are getting tired with it, so he to have to change, try to send they are talking about infrastructure so that he can try to do something to build it, and then I think his position comes 2029, that's all. But it was clear that he believed in helping people. People reach out to him, help them. So I don't think it's something bad. But if the people need infrastructure development, he can go ahead and do it, have the money. So have the money so he can do it. We believe maybe before 2029, and he'll start working together to see all of these things happening before that time. Yeah, but I think the same is alright. They have to be careful. They must know how to do it to get rid out of Zoe, because in fact, while they are talking they want to remove Zoe comes 2029, we are seeing a lot of candidates start expressing interest. They want to come, and I can tell you for sure, if we have maybe 6 person or 7 person going against Zoe can win 2029 election.
That's another good point you raised.
Because you can't say we want to take Zoe from that. Everyone are coming anyway. So we should be able to bring 2 or 3 person to fight against Zoe. But everybody, almost every one of them want to contest 2029. If you start checking that, you check with 9 person that waiting to contest against Zoe. And you will not stop him from getting votes from all of the district in votes. So with the later that you getting from the other side, adding up, it's possible that you win us and you win then 2029. And I'm contesting, so you're sorry, my people, like, you're mistaken. I say us. I'm not contesting. So that seems all right.
Listen, what? Ellis about to run? Okay. Okay, Ellis, thank you so much. Veteran Smith, you want to say something about this? All right, he's busy. All right, so let's talk about the issue of African participation in internationally recognized tournaments such as the World Cup. Alex, I am not happy. Like I said this a few days ago, I'm going to repeat it again. We have cried that we are 1.23 billion for give or take, and we're larger than Europe. 2-3 times Euro size in population. I mean, not geographic propaganda. We can swallow than 10. So the comparison we're making, why is it that we have most of the teams that go to the World Cup are all Europeans? What makes them special? The game's supposed to be open to everybody. And so now the game is open. We got over 10 African teams. And that number is going to grow. But with this kind of performance, Alex, it defeats the argument. It defeats the argument. I mean, you can have more than 10 teams participating from the continent, and probably just one or two advance to the knockout stage. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And it will come to them listening to, Papa Gay for Senegal. You try to blame the technical staff. Dude, you're a professional. Go there and play your game. Technical staff after the game. You can punish the country and the population. You find the entire Africa of the black race. Just because you got problem with somebody on your technical staff. That's unacceptable. And African teams are known for this. They come, and instead of them keeping the people hopes alive, those we didn't get paid. Our Ministry of Sport, the country in the case of Labrana LFA, took our money, then give it to us. Our stampede not being paid on time. Dude, you're a soccer player. You go on the pitch there, you put it all day. Put your heart and play the game. Stop all the other complaining stuff. The fans don't want to hear that. They want to see the team go out there and compete. Because that's what it should do. But the guys are not doing that. They're not doing that. The same argument heard from the 90s and the same argument here today. When does it stop? Play the game, win, and then you go back home. Then you complain. The people are going to fight for you. But you don't engineer your own defeat, all because your technical staff, doing something you don't like. What is that? That is just bad. That's bad sportsmanship. And here's what I want to end on, Alex. What I don't understand is that the wonder why the value of Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and now Mbappe, and all the other guys, the value keep going up, the market value of them, because they keep winning. They don't complain. They go out there and they win. And then when clubs come for them, guess what? They're going to look at the bio, the history. Oh, this guy played the World Cup final. This guy won, the Europa. All of these things adds to your value. But how come our African players don't keep that in mind when they go to play? They want to complain before they play football. That's not how you do the thing, man. It has to stop. It has to stop. All right, so that's what I want to say on that. Ellis Guns, you got something to add?
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Rai. Sometimes I wonder why some of our African brother, they put money at first instead of taking the whole country to be first. Some of them playing for the national team are able to say they are being borrowed from other countries to represent their own national team. If you do your fact check, who told you that some of the European countries don't face the same difficulty that they're going through? But our own everything we want for the world to know. They are getting bonus that being given to our African brothers just to encourage them any other game so they can put their mind to it and play. This is a reason of which sometimes if our African brother go up there, they don't want to come back and represent their own country. So now I wonder why is it that when we're playing African Cup of Nations, they can put stop to those European league. Like sometimes you see La Liga still ongoing, you see the Champion League, the Serie A, and other league play. But as soon as come to their own Euro tournament, you'll see everything. They will put hook to A, and then they will just be sitting down watching the people after they break, they come back, resume the league and continue. But when we play African Cup of Nations, the people don't care to pause their league because most of our African brother, they are all there playing for them. If you look at France team, majority of them are African. So we got a lot of people, but they don't want to come back home because if you come here tomorrow, you'll be criticized. Maybe it's not for France, it's for Cameroon. But where is he? But when he play for France, he put whatever he can do on the pitch, he put it up front and play the ball. Now, one of the things they forgot to know, Mr. Right, is the way you will play at World Cup for your country team will give you another contract. You can play for Gaddafi in La Liga. You can play for Gaddafi, people don't know you. But your performance will make Liverpool to call you. And that is what happened now to the Aricos. Most of their players now have been called up by Liverpool. Some of them are even willing to pay 100 million, some of them are even willing to pay 85 million for them. The main problem looking at the two games like DR Congo and Senegal game, our player fake tire in the second half, mainly when it comes around the 86 minute, where they're supposed to pull out that defending 16 to even defend that one goal, they begin to feel weak and allow people to enter through them and score. Atlético Madrid defeated Liverpool just in a 4-minute goal that they scored, and they defended that goal up to 90 minutes. You will see African team as soon as they score in this World Cup that is ongoing, as soon as they score within 7 minutes, you start defending. Instead of they putting pressure at least to get 2 in the second one and start defending, they will start defending for 70 minutes. So if the pressure is too much before reaching 80 minutes, they already tired.
Yeah.
So for me, sometimes I really look at the team and say, why our brothers I have to play like this? Because the whole history of African team, we haven't won the World Cup, and going to semi-final or quarter-final, it becomes something very difficult. Because if we're reaching that stage, we find out that although white people, country team will remain in the all the African team will come back home and start solving the people. But yet and still will be happy that they play up there. So why is the fear? You play with some of the guys. If you see them, and they have a lot of experience. Let's see Senegal, who people are looking at to go even as far as semi-final.
The entire team, the first team players on the club.
Yeah, most of them playing for big club. But we it surprised everybody said to see them going out soon. We just pray and hope that Morocco go far, which that refer themselves to themselves as African Brazil. So we hope that they can bring pride to Africa. Yeah, if they can win the trophy. But you can see it from their play, Mr. Ra. They are playing just as the European country team.
Yeah.
People play the ball, hold their own ball. But you see some African team, if the ball can't, they will start blowing the ball big. I don't know whether they don't want to shift blame to say, oh yeah, Eddie was holding the ball, Mr. Right passing and they scoring. Sometimes other people don't want to take the responsibility. You hold the ball and share with a friend. You play on a big field, you looking at the people with a play.
Yep.
But for me, actually, their start of play surprised me, Mr. Right, because we don't expect this thing from them.
No.
Looking at people who you've been playing with, playing the same football, and last minute to time where we can say yes, the person can defend. Even if that 2 goal or 1 goal, you can defend and lie, somebody will come from behind and beat you. It's something that actually they need to work on as African team to desist from this, so that as time goes by, we'll also be able to bring the cup to Africa one of these days. But with this system, we'll just continue to be complaining. Yeah, we'll just be complaining that the people not like the black at some of us are giving prediction. Some of us will start giving prediction that I don't care how we do, they will still take the black teams from there. But if you play the football good, the people will keep in the tournament. And like you can see, the particular leagues there's no cheating because even the referee is using camera. So if the VAR cannot capture it from the other camera, they use the ref camera to show what happened on the field.
There's so many.
Yeah. So just to tell you that this is fair, they want for football to be to everybody set a passion, but it left with our African brothers, our African teams to play well. That's why we're supporting them. We expect more from there.
I mean, we got to stop this.
Position is set on that.
We complain too much. We got to put the game first. Play the game. Take the military understanding. Do it before complain. Go on the field, play the game before you complain. You know, and bring joy to this 1.35 billion people. We have been under the curse. Too long. You know, we gotta at least play final some kind of time. We gotta see the team before we die. You know, yeah. We gotta see African team play final before we leave the earth. Y'all gotta come on. You can't do it all like this. Anyways, great point, Alex. Great point, Veteran Smith. Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Veteran Smith.
Why you give me 2 minutes? I got a comment on Claudia. A presentation. I got to go to Zopanel, and then I come to Sports Live. Because tomorrow I will do. Tomorrow I will be doing sports on the show they give me Friday tomorrow, so I get a lot of talking tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We exchanged because Senator Penner had today's show, so I couldn't do my show today. So they gave me tomorrow to do my this morning when it was live. So I couldn't. The only thing maybe I could talk about now, and you would benefit from it.
Me?
I come in there. The Supreme Court, the Supreme Court awarded you and all those who had children here birthright citizenship. So, Mr. Wright, if they were coming to be defeated at the Supreme Court, what would happen to you and others who came from Africa? America Supreme Court we're talking about, man. You didn't hear the big news that came yesterday, birthright citizenship?
Too busy.
That's the biggest news that came up before the 250th anniversary. 250th anniversary, birthright citizenship. And the Supreme,
they just want to take it away. That's all.
Yeah, but then what I'm looking at the impact it would have had if it was taken away. But right now they didn't do it. The Chief Justice himself, they had Mr. Rawa, John, the others, and majority, and they were in majority vote. But there were 2 African Americans. You know about Clarence Thomas, what he went through in the past, and Anita Hill, how he became Associate Justice, how it was a bitter battle. To nominate him as Associate Justice of Supreme Court, it was not easy. Then to have 2 African American on the higher sub-corporate branch, one on one side and the other one on the other side. It was interesting. This vote is so much because it would have taken away. I know sometimes, according to them, people are abusing, but if you look at it from slavery, when blacks couldn't vote, they were not citizens, and the 14th Amendment made it possible for them to become citizens, and all other people, blacks, Latino, and others who have taken advantage and benefit. If you're born on the soil of the USA, you are citizen. And to take away that fundamental right.
That was going to affect he himself, because he is a child of immigrants. His grandparents came here and hired his parents. The parents hired him. So what is he going to say about it? They're going to strip himself off his citizenship too. It was just a slippery slope.
When these laws are made, sometimes they are focusing on minority. They don't look at majority in terms of all of them have been through the coming to America, through the immigrant benefit, immigration, migration to America. People forget about that. They want to try to limit it to minority, blacks, Latino, that are taking advantage. So I was wondering, just what you stated, if it had gone the other way, how they would have implemented it. I wanted you to comment on that, but you're not on the show today. But how you think they would have it would have been difficult to be implemented?
I mean, it's hard to speculate on that because I mean the entire country, the only people are going to be are the Indians. So those are the only people that were met here. Everyone else came here. They met the Indians here. So the question then becomes, how far back do you go? You know, you can't say the person is an anchor baby. Anchor baby meaning, you know, you were pregnant and then you came here recently, you had a child, and then you moved back out of the country. But the child now carried American citizenship because they were born here. So they call it an anchor baby. The parents used them to gain a residency. But you yourself too can be called anchor baby. You know, your parents came here because they're looking for economic opportunities. They came here because they were running from prosecution, religious prosecution. So the argument, it cut across everybody, you know. Now you're gonna turn the country over back to the Indians, so you take them off the reservation and they come to take over their land. That would be the solution, because they are the only ones that own the rights to this place. They are the one that can say we are the original owners of this land.
One of the players that are playing for the USA, if you listen to his story, his mother was pregnant and she was supposed to go back, but something went on. She couldn't go back. Her son playing for the United States team, he the one that scored the goal, and he was giving red card to leave the. What happened? What would have happened to that player at the breath given by his mother if you take away that citizenship? And he playing for the United States soccer team. What would have happened, Mr. Wright?
Here's the tragedy that was going to happen. You are going to get rid of all the Fortune 500 CEOs, all of them, because they were all born here for immigrant parents. Some came in when they were very young. So you're going to strip every one of them of their citizenship. I mean, from Google all the way to NVIDIA, Apple. Got Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is an Arab man. He's a Syrian. But to keep that thing secret, they want to keep that American, you know, something. But he's a Syrian. You're adopted by a couple. You're born to a Syrian parents. So you're going to strip all the people. Why? Because you think you own this country. You're done. So that argument was not going anywhere. It could not pass muster anywhere. Now, the Supreme Court did the right thing to close it down. You know, the reason Trump is playing politics, he see Omar and Talib, they call her Talib, and now Quiroz, the girl who just won in Milat Quiroz in Colorado, the 29-year-old. He see all the immigrants, you know, children, the ones that were born here to immigrant parents, they are winning races. They're not going to the U.S. House or the U.S. Congress. So it's fearing him. He's scared. He's like, this thing, you know what I mean? We thought it was going to take 10, 20 years, but it's happening now, you know, to put that taking over, you know. And so we got to find a way to strip them off, you know, their gravy train that they are riding to Congress. And I'm glad the post stopped that, because it was going to be a real messy thing.
Do you think the fight is over, or he will find other way? He never gave up. So how you think it is going? Because the people who won yesterday said this fight is now over. They will find a way, like just how they got rid of what's the major thing for women, man? What was the fight? Rose said, yeah. How they were able to defeat that, the longest something fight been on women choose their own body, how they want it to be done. And the Supreme Court were able to turn it around. Nobody thought it would have ended.
So here's what it could do. And they've been doing it for a very long time. When you hear Republicans and some of these ultra-rights politicians say when it calls states' rights, it means they're trying to bypass the Congress and the Supreme Court. Because don't forget, we live in a federal, you know, setting. Every state has his own. They can design their own legislation. They are giving the right to do so. The Supreme Court can choose to strike it down, or they can say, you know what? No, we don't want to touch it. We want to leave it. And that's how the one with Roe v. Wade. Some states don't accept abortion, especially after the trimester period. Some states don't allow that. But people been going to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court been picking up that case and they've been striking it down. So that's why it went on for decades and decades. But in this case, they made sure they stacked the courts, the Supreme Court now, with a bunch of right-wing judges, people who don't believe in women's right, and abortion. So when the case came from one of these southern states, and they said, "Oh, we want you to strike this down," the Supreme Court said, "No, we're not going to bring on the docket. We're not going to touch it." And so what that means, that law that these states put together is states. That's how Roe v. Wade was defeated in some of the southern states. But in states, the Pennsylvania states, like I think even in my state of Virginia, Roe v. Wade is still active. It's still here. You can still, women can still go to a place and get abortion done. But it will be in certain states where they are enacted that law, and because the Supreme Court didn't take on the case or strike it down, that law becomes law of that state. That's the same what they could do with the birthright thing. They could say, let go for the state level. Certain state going to adopt it, and then go to their Supreme Court there, and the Supreme Court, accept it to be the law. And then when you go appeal to the Supreme Court says, no, we don't want to touch it. It becomes law immediately if that happens. That's one way they can do that. But now it's going to take a long, long time because the court just struck that down. And I don't think there's any court in this land. Anybody that go on a court will listen to that kind of argument and make it a state. No way.
Do you see birthright citizenship abortion issue become a major issue in Africa now or Africa in the future? Do you see people who were born here, just like we're going in South Africa, they don't want other blacks to be there? Do you see other Africans say, no, there are a lot of people coming here being citizens of, now we got to say no. We got to make it difficult. Do you see that happening in Africa during your lifetime? Or if so, why would make it happen?
Well, let me clear the South African incident. The South African incident is not nationwide. The South African incident is from certain province. I urge everybody to listen to Malema, Julius Malema. I just forgot the region that he has accused of engaging in the xenophobic behavior. Always they do this. So it's not the whole of South Africa that is doing it. A certain region. No, I don't see that happening in Africa. We are a communal society. We embrace people. We live together. So I never.
Let me put it into context. People are fighting now for us to make white people citizenship. And when they become citizens, they take over the land, take over everything. Now people are saying no, until blacks become middle class in that position, then we allow it. If you rush and make white citizen of Africa, like in some other country, like which country? That the first president was white. Zambia, I think that was Zambia, and the president passed away. He almost became president. If it was not by the Constitution, looking at it, he would have been the first white president in Africa. So some of them have adapted to that. So looking at that, we're all a middle class to resist that. If we rush and make white people citizens of Liberia and other countries adapt to that, what will happen to Africa? Because once you do it, you can't come back and create other laws to prevent it.
Okay.
So that's why it's so difficult to allow it to happen. Because soon you open the water gate, it will be floating. You can't resist it. So that's why it's taking long.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. There's no way. Africans are welcoming people. Sometimes we see these one-off the cuff incidents, like South Africa, sometimes in Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, you see it happen. But generally, people are welcoming. Generally, we are welcoming people. So I never see that happening. Never. But we got 2 minutes to go, so yes.
Okay, let me give my closing comment, and I will dispose.
Okay,
this is the first.
We got 2 minutes.
Okay, this is the first World Cup that the way it is set it up for the 8 teams favor Africa and smaller countries. Now, I feel from the 32 teams, Africa have a chance of either going 4-5 into the quarterfinal, and then from the quarterfinal, because in the past the format was not favorable to Africa. This format is favorable, having 10 slots, and they had the opportunity, but sometimes when you are giving the benefit in terms of you work so hard, you have it, at the end, something happened. Like, for example, in Senegal game, in less than 30 minutes, you allow someone to score 2 goals. The second one was the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper had not come out to buffer the ball and you missed Senegal body, Senegal would have won that game. So that error, I mean, how can you then also the country going through almost like a civil war might be coming up with the prime minister and the president who the prime minister served as prime minister. Now he the speaker. He fighting the president within the house. Program that the president wanted to do it. He in the house now preventing that. So Senegal might go into, that's where the football player then were, whether they were playing to win, but the government was divided.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
All right. Thank you. I hope that they fix that crap. I hope they do. We don't want to hear that one football. That's it. On that note, we're going to end, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Good for being here. Thanks to all of our callers who participated, and good to have Madam Claudia back on set. And she's doing some phenomenal job, and she's going to continue to do it. So we urge you to be part of the show. Continue to be with us. Continue to share our show.
We're having a superstar tomorrow as a guest. One of Africa's top gospel artists will be our guest tomorrow. So I just want to let you know.
Oh, we'll talk about it. Okay. Alex, to you. Good night. Take us home.
Okay, good night to every one of you.
All righty. Take care. See you back here tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you. Why Ellis have a headpiece and we don't have it? I'm jealous of him, man.
TOP FM